Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. It is game week 1, but
I was just sitting behind there, just kidding.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What are you fucking laughing at?
What is going on?
What's he laughing at? Sorry, that really caught me off guard. Right, we've drawn.
Oh yeah, don't mind us.
We've drawn against Crystal Palace, 0-0 in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's not toxic. It's not like, oh, we're great. But I think that people are more relaxed now than they would be a couple of months down the line with a result like this.
Yeah, of course. I think it's underwhelming because it's the first game of the season. You know, you're excited to go to Stamford Bridge, raring to go, world champions and all of that stuff. So, 0-0 is a bit of a... However, I'm not too worried. I think, if any team in the league this year can have a slow first game, it's probably us. We've had a very, busy summer. We were busy lifting trophies, etc. So, I was going to point to the badge, but I don't have it. You don't have it. Father's got it.
Father's got the badge. Go on, back on Father.
Yeah.
There you go. Have another cameo, mate.
There's
there
the
you
world
go.
champions.
Well, show him the badge, Father. Show him the badge.
Show the badge.
Show him the badge.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
all right, get the stickers in. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, busy doing that. So there's been not much time for recovery for a lot of these players, and I think you can probably pick out a few individuals who don't look very well rested, and cohesively it was slacking, wasn't it? It wasn't great, but at the same time I'd like to give some credit to Crystal Palace. I think obviously focuses on us, we are Chelsea Fan TV, we're going to talk about Chelsea, but I think Palace looked pretty good. They're very well constructed. I think they haven't lost a competitive game in 10 games, so they are doing something right. They've just won a couple of trophies themselves, so it's not the end of the world. I think there is obviously a lot of room for improvement, and I think there are certain areas we must address, and it's great that we can at least see that from the first game. It's a point apiece, yeah, not great, but it's not the end of the world.
Nah,
there
I'm
he
not
is,
interested.
man like
I'm
Tom.
not interested.
No asking to like and subscribe this time round.
We've had our time. We've had our time.
Yes, but yeah, no. But we'll focus on West Ham, and that's the game where we really do need to pick up 3 points.
Did you hear what Father just said?
No, what?
Just shouted at Bowley saying, I need a centre back.
Yeah, actually, good point. We do need a centre back. And
A goalkeeper!
And a goalkeeper. And a goalkeeper too.
Sorry, Nina, you've been chucked in it for this film.
Oh, God. I mean, no, look, at least we're all upbeat, right? It's the first game of the season.
It could be a lot worse.
Football
it could
is
be a
back.
lot worse.
Yeah, football is back. And do you know what I said? I said, if the goal was 20 feet tall today, we'd scored 6 today. It would be 6-0, but that didn't happen. We skied so many shots. But, a lot of people picking out individuals like Enzo Fernandez look quite sluggish. But, again, he's been running to the ground with minutes. He has played so much, and he was brilliant off the back of last season, had a great tournament as well. So, again, these players are going to have these moments where they're going to be hot and cold because of form, etc., fitness, but that is something that we can work on. But again, like I said, it was a great, I'd say, opening 10 minutes, and then after the free kick was scored by Eze, I think it kind of all just cracked after that, and we just didn't look ourselves, but yeah.
I think that, I do feel we were quite fortunate. I didn't see the replay or anything for the free kick. It looked soft to me, but listen, we'll take whatever we can get.
Yeah.
In terms of Palace, I have to agree. They definitely look really good. I saw Adam Wharton. I thought the midfield looked great. Mateta's hold-up play was fantastic.
Yeah.
Eze.
He was winning every aerial ball pretty much against our players. It was just tough.
I mean, we were speaking about potentially bringing in Mateta at one point. Like, he would have been an option that we would have considered. But listen, now we got João Pedro, we got Delap as well. What do you make about the cameo from both players?
Yeah, I just thought across our front line we just looked pretty flat, didn't we? There wasn't really much going on there, like I said, and we didn't really test their keeper at all. Henderson didn't really have much to do in that game, so that just says it all. And again, I'd say it's both them being good at keeping us out, but also we didn't really offer much to actually try and endanger them in a way. So I thought João Pedro, I mean, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? We were all so excited to see him, and we still are. I think, it's the first game of the season. I'll definitely allow it. But, when Liam Delap came on, there was that, I think, extra element of physicality there, maybe, which you could probably say. So it's nice that they're very different players. I think they offer very different strengths, and perhaps for different games they'll be useful in different ways. Liam Delap almost scored at the end. That little diving header that he could have put up there for one of the corner kicks would have been great. But yeah, I thought Palmer again, just very not there today, wasn't it?
Felt like the last 15 minutes he was all right.
Yeah.
He got better when Esteval come on. Palmer improved.
Yeah.
They started doubling up on Esteval as well.
They did, and that's going to happen. Esteval, welcome to the Premier League, mate. Everyone's been watching you play, and they know what you're about. So teams are going to be doing that right now. But I mean, how good was his dribbling? Like, the ball looked like it was stuck at his feet. He was just going in and out of these players, and maybe wasn't offered the right support at times across the ball. And I don't know if it was just me, but did he try and score from that corner kick? I think he did. Or was it just?
Do you think he did?
I don't think he did. So maybe there was that element of cheekiness there to him. But he's an exciting player. It's all about getting these youngsters integrated now and getting them to work. But we actually got glimpses of it, didn't we, in the Club World Cup? Obviously, having like João Pedro and Liam Delap then was great, because you don't just drop them into this Chelsea team now and go, right, there you go, swim and get us out of the waters. But I think it's good. It will click, hopefully. But now let's talk about the reality of the situations that we need to address, and that is our defence. I didn't need to watch that game today to tell you that we needed to bring in another centre-back. It doesn't mean that we need it, it's not about today and the defence as a whole. It's about needing a centre-back before even Levi Colwill got injured, in my opinion, Alex, because I just think that we always look at the attacking areas. We've strengthened our midfield, we've strengthened our winger positions, but defence-wise, it's hard. And when you have the conversations about competing with Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, they've got centre-back duos that are solid at the back there, and then they've got backups to them. But we don't have that solid centre-back duo, because Levi Colwill's part of it. Now he's out. Achimpong, I thought he looked great today. I thought there was some really promising signs, but can you really put that burden on him to be that player sustainably over 38 games and partner up with someone there, whether it be Badiashile or like it was today? Who was our other centre-back today?
Today, Chalobah,
that's right. So yeah, it just feels to me that we need to look at that area, because it could come back to bite us. What happens if, God forbid, one of these players gets injured as well? And then that invites problems. And let's not forget, we're in the Champions League this year, Alex. It isn't going to cut it.
The other side of the argument, well, the club's side of the argument is we've got Badiashile, we've got Ansamino, we've got Achimpong, Fofana, Chalobah, Tosin, as we've just mentioned as well.
Yeah.
That is enough in terms of depth to be able, you're not going to have that many injuries that you've only got two of those players left, right?
Yeah.
But then I guess it comes down to quality, if you think it's quality.
Exactly.
But I mean,
are they ready?
We did get a clean sheet today, Nina. So when you say defence, I mean, what specifically are you looking for?
It's not particularly just about this game. It's just I'm looking ahead at the season. I'm looking at all of our games. I'm looking at the tournaments that we're in, and I just think that what we have is great, and on paper it's exciting, but is the reality going to be the same? Are they going to be able to keep out danger when we come to play some of the teams and the best teams in the world in the Champions League? How do we cope then? So of course it's great and they're going to develop, but I just think we need that player that's going to afford them the ability to make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? And just somebody that can actually form a solid partnership with whether it be Wesley Fofana when he comes in, whether it would be with Chalobah if we're switching or whatever. But I just need a little bit more, reassurance.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer it when Cucurella inverts on that left-hand side or when we invert on the right? Because today it was Cucurella.
Well, yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? Especially in the second half, you could see it a little bit more, I think, of what he was trying to do. And I think it very much depends on the opposition as well. I think today it didn't work. We didn't really manage to do what we envisioned to do. But I think Maresca will change it based off the opposition that we play. It will be different. But again, you talk about Cucurella and James. They're almost our anchors there at the fullbacks. Obviously, we brought in Hato to be Cucurella's backup, and we've got Gusto there who can step in for James. But, history tells you Reece James does struggle to make it through a whole season. Hopefully that could be the case. But I'm just looking at our back line and I'm thinking hopefully we can score goals for fun and mask that and, you know, just grow into it and become better. However, I really, really hope I'm wrong, but I don't want it to come back and bite us. So I hope we can address that. The window's still open.
I actually thought that Hato would start ahead of Achimpong, but looking at Mateta up there, makes me understand why we probably didn't go the other way.
But some of the tackles he went in with, Josh, I was like, wow, yeah, fair play. Really,
the
really
crowd got behind him.
Yeah, so like overall, my summarise the game. I thought underwhelming because we expected a lot, but it has been a long summer. We've played a lot. A lot of these players have had so many minutes. I didn't think the ref helped either. There was so much stop start,
Yes.
so many fouls that were called that just didn't look like fouls, and I think he also invited that extra pressure to the game that just wasn't necessary. But yeah, 3 points are needed against West Ham though.
What about Jamie Gittins? What did you make of him?
I think he reminds me of literally Noni Madueke when he first arrived at the club. Even Mikhailo Mudryk I'd probably put in that bracket. I know Gittins has probably played a little bit more senior football and has had more to show for it, but at the same time just that kind of raw play that's exciting, but it's like that's kind of where it stops for me. I can't really sit here and shout and hype Jamie Gittins when I'm yet to see if he will be an upgrade on what we've moved on this summer.
Do you think he's an upgrade on Madueke?
At the moment, if I had to judge with Madueke when he came in, I'd say no. I'd say they're pretty much the same level of exciting talent. I think Gittins has probably got a much better first touch, perhaps. But again, you can see that rawness there. But, you know, we'll trust it. It's early days. I haven't seen enough to actually make this call
We've
yet.
got a lot of young players, but I suppose the great thing is a lot of the young players we brought in are really some of the best that you can get. I mean, Esteval, Santos are in high demand.
Yeah.
But then you have to gel that with slightly less experienced players like your Gittins and Achimpong, etc., etc. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. What was your prediction for the season, just to finish it off?
Well, look, I'd love for us to have a really good go at pushing, you know, Liverpool, City and Arsenal in the league and just making it very competitive and exciting. We haven't actually beaten these teams as well. We beat Liverpool last season, but overall it still lacked, and those results we couldn't quite get over the line despite good performances. So I'd like us to win at least one game against all of them, you know, and have a good go.
Certainly
I'd
capable.
love for us to, yeah, definitely, obviously secure our Champions League football again, but have a good crack in the tournament as well. A lot of people think we'll actually do much better again in the Champions League, which is all fun and games, Alex, and I love the Champions League, but I'll tell you what, I really love the Premier League a lot more. And in a sense, like, because we've got the 2 stars now, you just kind of wish to see Chelsea kind of be up there now and push those teams, you know, and really get into a groove of trying to at least get into a bit of a title race and push for it, so in years to come we can actually win it now. And I think that's now the path that we're all on. You know, we all understand that that's where we're headed, right? Because that's the goal now. We're in this process. It's processing, it seems, but yeah, I'd love for us to be competitive and sustain that over the course of the league. No mid-season slump as well. Just build some consistency and get things going. And yeah, just really show that Maresca footprint as well, and win a domestic trophy.
And win a domestic trophy.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Thanks
go.
so
Nice.
much, Nina. Thank you.